with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Molly Samora. Mill Creek Township Police have now charged a total of 7 people for a large fight at Waldemere Park on Memorial Day weekend. Police have identified the adults as 20-year-old Terriana Green and 19-year-old Malik Green. The 5 others charged were juveniles, and their cases will be handled through juvenile court. All 7 face charges related to disorderly conduct and assault. And just 2 weeks ago, till the already delayed 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. And now we're learning that COVID concerns in Japan mean there won't be any fans in the stands. With COVID-19 case counts rising there, the Japanese government declared a state of emergency in Tokyo. It'll start right before opening ceremonies. Now Olympic organizers say they've made the decision to ban fans from attending the games. Much like other parts of the world, Japan is dealing with a surge of cases connected to the so-called Delta variant of the virus. Japan's vaccination rates is still below 15%. The region recently reported its highest daily count number in more than 2 months. And it's every parent's worst nightmare having something happen to your child or that child passing away. Arlena Jonathan sat down with 2 parents down in Meadville where their worst fear became their reality.
It started off as a normal day for Travis Confer. Like any other, he started by feeding his 1.5-year-old son, Colson, his breakfast. That's when the most unexpected thing happened.
I just hear him start to choke. So I got up and, right away, I looked in his mouth and I reached in, and I pulled out a piece of food. At that point, though, he went lifeless.
Doing everything he could, Travis grabbed Colson, and before they knew it, him and his son were in a helicopter heading to Pittsburgh's Children's Hospital. That's when Courtney and Travis were told the news no parent wants to hear.
With that complete loss of oxygen to his brain, it started to cause complete death to the brain cells.
Colson's brain didn't receive oxygen for 30 minutes. And after receiving oxygen back in his brain, little Colson was in cardiac arrest for nearly an hour. On July 3rd, his parents were forced to bury their little boy. Now they're making it their mission to keep Colson's memory alive and send the message that this could happen to anyone.
Parents that have been reaching out to us that, that have said that because of Colson's story, they've become more attentive in their own homes, have taken it upon themselves to educate themselves and prepare themselves for an incident like this.
Colson's parents want to make sure that eventually life-saving devices that help in case of a choking emergency are in places where there are many children.
We're trying to make airway clearing devices a necessity in high traffic areas for children, such as schools, daycares.
Elena Jonathan, Erie News Now.
And it's big news on the COVID-19 vaccination front this morning. Drug maker Pfizer is asking U.S. regulators to consider recommending a booster shot of its vaccine. But this morning, the CDC is saying not so fast. The Pfizer vaccine is currently authorized as a 2-shot regimen. The company now says a 3rd dose could boost protection against the Delta variant of the virus. Research from multiple countries shows the widely used COVID-19 vaccines offer strong protection against the highly contagious Delta variant. Pfizer says studies are underway to tell if and when boosters might be needed. Hours after the drug company's announcement, the FDA and the CDC issued a joint statement saying Americans do not need booster shots just yet. And here at home, health officials say the daily vaccination rates have really slowed down. The Erie County Health Department is hoping to get more people on that vaccinated list at a couple events coming up this weekend. The first one is tonight at Lavery Brewery on West 12th Street. They say you can get vaccinated and get a deeply discounted beer. That one goes from 5 to 7 tonight. Then tomorrow afternoon, people can get vaccinated from 3 to 6 at the Erie Food Truck Festival on Water Street in Lawrence Park. Both clinics are free. The health department says walk-ups are welcomed. And Northeast Pennsylvania has its first confirmed case of a deadly disease that's killing songbirds across the country. Officials at the Tamarack Wildlife Center in Sagertown say they found 2 birds, a starling and a robin, that show signs of this disease. The birds can't stand and they have crusty eyes. At this point, researchers are not sure how the illness spreads, but they're warning people in our region to take down their bird feeders and bird baths. Experts here in Pennsylvania and around the country are working together to track and research this mysterious disease.
It's kind of like contact tracing with COVID to follow up on potential outbreaks, and then we're doing research. There's more known about what it's not, and we haven't quite figured out what it is.
To stop the spread of this disease, wildlife officials are asking people to take down their bird feeders and bird baths until they can learn more about this illness. And we want to bring in our David Walter today. I was driving to go get my coffee. It was a little foggy out. So what are people noticing right now?
Yeah, still got some of that lingering fog out there. Very, very gray. This is how our Friday is looking right now. Just holding temperatures down. It doesn't feel too bad out there. And we really don't have much rain out there either. And so things, yeah, they may be a little damp, but don't expect much in terms of that wet weather. So if you're still trying to get outside today, you'll certainly get a good opportunity to do that. Good day to go to maybe the zoo or just go on that longer run as we are experiencing those cooler temperatures. Let's go back there and get another look at the bayfront right now with our Oliver's rooftop cam. You can see we're looking out over the bay and plenty of clouds overhead. We will manage a little bit of sunshine as we continue into the afternoon. A couple of spotty showers as well, and the big story is how much cooler it is. We still have the humidity there, and we still have maybe a few lingering areas of fog, especially across Crawford, Warren, and into Chautauqua County, New York, but you don't see anything that's overly widespread. But that's the thing about fog. It can be patchy and it can be pretty thick in some spots. Right now, we do see some spotty showers into Warren and McKean County, also down there into Forest County as well, but that's really it. Right now, you can see those showers. They will continue to scoot on through. A couple more trying to develop as we do try to open up a little bit of sunshine in there. Another shower possible for those evening plans. And then as we get deeper into the night, still not completely turning off the rain just yet. But as we look ahead to your Saturday not looking too bad. An isolated to stray shower possible away from the lakeshore as we do get into the afternoon. But that's basically it. Rain chances will then increase later in the afternoon on Sunday, and our forecast goes a bit unsettled, but a bit warmer after that. Temperatures right now, we are in the middle and upper 60s, really nobody at 70, except for Bradford right at 70, lake temperature at 73. It's not often the case where you have temperatures that are actually below the lake temperature, but for today, we're looking at temperatures upper 60s to around 70 degrees, so certainly a cool day, almost 10 degrees below where we typically should be. Temperatures in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees in Crawford County, some peaks of sunshine, and just that spotty shower chance out there in Warren County for today. So we get some sunshine tomorrow. We get the rain coming back on Sunday, and those temperatures, yeah, they're heading up still in a big way, even with more showers in that forecast. And we'll get to that 7-day in just a moment. Molly?
Thanks, David. And while there's been a lot of talk about infrastructure in Washington in recent months, here at home, Penelec says a major infrastructure upgrade is going to save taxpayers money and make the area safer. Erie News Now, Haley Potter explains.
Here's a look at a high-pressure sodium streetlight, what we've seen on our streets here in Erie for years.
So this is a smart LED streetlight.
But now the city is making the switch to new smart LED lights. From January to June, Penelec installed 2,300 of these energy-efficient lights downtown and along the bayfront, saving money.
We talked about this with the city. They save about $40,000 a year with just the number that's been changed out so far.
And saving energy. These LED lights you can see right here use a third of the energy as the old street lights, and they last 1.5 times longer.
It means less going up there and changing, and that costs less money as well.
And they make downtown a little safer too, because the controls can make the street lights brighter outside of bars and theaters to keep patrons safe late at night, or dimmed for special events like fireworks. These lights illuminate large areas at a time, which Todd Myers from Penelec says makes for a safe walk home or to your car.
Instead of being diffuse and some of it gets up into the atmosphere with light pollution, these things shine right down, almost like a razor.
So how exactly do they work and what makes them so smart?
There's a Wi-Fi card in here, and it can talk to about 2,300 of the other lights.
And when talking to the other lights, they send signals back to the controller and can tell Penelec when a light is out or when it's shining during the daytime. The city will soon be given access to control these 2,300 lights on their own, which Myers says paves the way for even smarter technology in the future.
It could tell you where the nearest on-street parking is. It could sense whether a trash receptacle at the base of one of these light poles is full, and it could then tell the city works department, hey, it's full. It can detect gunshots and help triangulate where a gunshot may be.
And that was our Haley Potter reporting. Interesting stuff, David, but what's it going to be looking like for the next 7 days?
We're going to still manage a little bit of that sunlight out there, so we get some of that natural light. But as we head on into next week, yeah, we will notice those clouds kind of bubbling up, those storm chances going up as well. Tomorrow we're partly cloudy and in the middle 70s, but you can see that temperatures up there into the lower and middle 80s next week. And each day, yeah, we do have that chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. We really go into a summer-like pattern. And of course, when it rains this time of year, it can certainly pour whenever those temperatures are fairly mild. So yeah, you see a lot of yellow on the weather impact index down here, but just keep in mind, we will certainly also have dry time in between those rain showers. Molly?
Thanks, David, and thanks for joining us for the Erie News Now Nowcast. Our next news is coming up at noon on WSE. Make it a great weekend.